If you guys want to see how I created this spring, everyday fun little look and play with this new little palette, Berries and Cream, well, new to me, Dominique Cosmetics, keep on watching. Hi guys, I just wanted to do a good old-fashioned hangout and get ready with me and try some new makeup today. I got kind of tired of that Nikki Tutorials palette. I don't feel like doing a whole nother look with it, so I'm not gonna. I did a brown look yesterday and I just don't feel like it, so we're gonna just move the heck on. Anyways, I've got my Becca under eye. It's the under eye anti-fatigue under eye primer. I'm using right now the Bobbi Brown eye corrector, and it's been pretty good, you guys. I'm just waking up, getting out of the shower, hanging out with you guys. I just felt like hanging out with you. No particular reason, no big strategy, except for I just did get this in the mail. This is the Dominique Cosmetics palette. It's called Berries and Cream. I like to buy palettes because I buy so many palettes to review on here. I like to buy them when they're on sale, and this one on sale at Sephora. I haven't touched it. I haven't looked at it. And here it is. I think those are pretty, right? So I thought I would do a pretty berry fresh look that isn't too scary on y'all. I think the most I'm going to do is go for a nice walk today and just hang out. So I'm not going to do a crazy makeup, but just an easy wearable makeup. I've been fiddling around with this Vision Cream from Danessa Myricks, and I've been using the dark one. This one is quite dark. It's an N08, and believe it or not, I've been using it as a contour, and it has been really good. I'm using this 3D precision brush from Sigma. You guys can see the tip of it is really weird. It's got like angles to it, but it's a little bit bigger. And I thought it would be cool to try this out as a contour brush because it's already angled and has, see how good that's really sharp. Holy moly. And I'm just going to do some under contour stuff. Because the Vision Cream, I'm going to bring this up a little bit in the cheekbone because I think I want kind of a springy, rosy cheek thing. And oh my gosh, I totally forgot to put my Danessa Myricks oil on. I wonder if I can pull that off now. I don't know. Let's see. But I just put like one dot of this, and I could basically use just the tiniest dot, and it covers everything I want to under contour. And I just play with different methods and see what I like and see what works. And this looks really dark, but you know, I'll obviously blend it out. And then around the lip area, just like this, and taking that and kind of going around the perimeter to use that as a little bit of a lip line kind of undershadow, and it's been working really good. You can even put it right on your lips and it works good. It's bizarre. Yeah, I've been liking this oil because I just find that it makes my skin not feel so tight, and it gives it a little bit of luminosity because I have mature dry skin, and I just take it and put it everywhere, and it gives my skin a nice surface slip. I like the way it feels, and my skin looks better. It's wild. Okay, I'm gonna just take this brush. It's a Sigma Extreme Structure Contour, and I'm just gonna move this around a little tiny bit, blend it into the skin. And what I like about this contour is it doesn't give a mask-like finish, but it's pigmented enough. It's pigmented enough to kind of like stick to your skin and hold, because I find a lot of times I do all this work and like you can't even see it at the end of it all. Just a little bit of my Y225 Makeup Forever highlighter, and I like to bring this up and over some of my age spots before my concealer and my foundation. I put a little bit down here, and I ride it along the side of this little tube here, and I just bring it down. And then I put it in here because I find I really get aged downturn thing and in my labial folds. And I often put it here so that I get a clear and concise demarcation between my contour And then I've you know, put some highlight and dark into my face, and it structures it so, because I can look flat really easily, really easily. So I find that this just helps it not look so flat. And I don't need to put as much foundation doing this as well, because it does provide a touch of coverage, you know, on its own. Don't have to blend that in all the way. I'm going to go back and use, this is kind of like a fresh day today, so I'm going to use my Tarte Double Duty that I just got recently, and I'm really liking it. I don't find it's quite as heavy as the Huda, but I'm going to put a little bit of the Danessa Myricks Illuminating Veil Liquid Highlighter into the foundation to give it a nice luminosity. You know, you're outside on a spring day, you want to look like you've had just a little bit of sun or whatever. I'll put it under my eyes to give my eyes a bit of a conceal. I've just got my wet sponge. I know this isn't probably an everyday thing for a lot of people. They don't wear this much foundation and stuff, but I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, so I like a good cover foundation. Okay, please don't hate me for this, but I'm going to dabble in 2 concealers. I'm going to use a little bit of the Ultra Creamy, the new one from Tarte, and a bit of my Jouer. Dewy and fresh, but I want all my coverage. I mean, the Ultra Creamy gives you good coverage, but it's not, it's about 85% there. It's not all the way there for making sure that these little bad boys aren't peeking through. Okay, I think I'm going to use just my good old Studio Fix Mac and NW22. It's still a favorite for me. It's reliable. It's, you know, a powder foundation, but it's just a brilliant powder, and I'm just using my sponge and giving myself a powder, and I find I really have very little dryness under my eyes from that powder, and it's so easy because it's pressed and quick, and it's my to-go-y thing. I recently took the Anastasia brow masterclass, and you know, was on a Zoom with her, and it was kind of interesting listening to her. But you guys, I found this trick about putting my pencil along the side of my nose, especially on this side. For me, you could see there's like a big space right here, so what I do is I take this and I put a couple little strokes this way because my hair sticks up there, and then I look ahead, and on the edge of my iris I just put my arch, and then where my brow ends, and it is bing bang on every time, and I don't have to think too much about where my place, because I can be off in la la land doing my eyebrows, and before I know it, they're like off, they're way off. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull the brush side off and brush them up, and I'll show you kind of what I learned with the brow freeze stuff, which she talked about, because it was basically a brow freeze class, but she talked about everything, so it was kind of interesting. And you know, her start, she really believes in like Da Vinci and the golden rule, and the golden rule of like balance, and how making everything kind of equal and balanced, especially your brows, creates beauty. It was so interesting what she talked about, because if we just think about our brows, we don't know why we want to make them so perfect, but you know, there's actually human nature behind it in wanting balance and symmetry and stuff, so it's kind of cool. I'm just giving myself a general sketchy poo here. And then I'm just drawing in just a little bit more of a stronger line on the bottom, you know, kind of 70 percentile cross, and leaving the front not too thick, and then just filling in the rest. I'm still in love with this Huda brow, but sometimes I find I want a little stronger brow, so I'll just take a little bit of eyeshadow and strengthen that up. So I want to show you what I learned with this Anastasia masterclass, because I think it's kind of fun. Because I wasn't really sure how to make this freeze work. So here's the Anastasia brow freeze, And I'll just use my spoolie and take a little bit. I've been putting a little too much actually, so just a touch. First I just comb it through and get it with a bit of product inside. And then I take a steel, this is a steel end, I just got this on Amazon. This side's got a steel end to it. I brush it and then I press it down at the ends, and see how that gives you a fluffier appearance? I like that. And then it hardens down. And then if I need to, I can put a little bit of a brow pen in there or powder. I'll show you. And I just kind of like that look right now. That's sort of what my eyebrow game has been. So I'm just putting a little freeze in there. I get so wrapped up in these looks, I forget I don't do kind of like a basic look very often. So there. I sort of press it down. There's a black in here too, so I'm gonna darken up this brown a little bit to mix it up, just to give myself a little cooler, deeper brown. What I do is I just like to give the eyebrows a little powder for an anchor, so I can control how dark I want them. I don't like the pencil to do that because it's too hard to control. I find powder easier, much easier. So it just gives it anchor and it gives it a bit more depth. Alright, I think I'm going to try a little bit of swatching because I don't know how this acts. So I'm going to just go across the top here so you can see them. They're super pretty. Okay, let's just begin with this soft and sweet. That's this soft color here, just to get something on the eyes and just sort of see what the pigment's like and how it moves. Got a little bit of kick up, but it's okay as long as it doesn't freckle all the way down on the face. Just a super nice, clean, wearable, well, we don't know. I haven't finished yet, so it could end up crazy in the end, you know me. I really like this warm pie color, this very first color that came up. I'm feeling that color a lot, so I just want to put that on top. I'm going to dabble that in to the crease area and just build in a touch of color. It's mixing in with that brown color, so it's not quite as intense as it looked on my arm. It's softer. Just blending that gently. This is a nice wearable palette with enough color in it to, you know, be slightly exciting, not... Oh, I guess that's showing up pretty strong actually on camera. Wow, I didn't realize. I really want to touch in this cranberry color. Now I'm just going to go over this and a bit more of my lid and pull that cranberry color up. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty. Something I can actually go to the grocery store and not be stared at and looked at like I'm a weirdo. Okay, that's nice. I'm going to take this color here let me just pick it up so you can see it. I'm going to try this Sweet Cream. It's a matte. I'm just going to build in a little lighter shade towards the inner corner of my lid right here. Just freshen this up a little bit so it doesn't get too deep dark. I don't know very much about the line. I don't know very much about Dominique, but I've watched a couple of videos maybe. I'm going to take a sugar cookie, this color here, this sort of shimmery, soft color, and I'm going to pick it up with my finger because it's a shimmer and just kind of press it on the middle area here. Yeah, that's nice. I was kind of curious about this bittersweet shade. It is this purpley color, and I'd like to infuse just a little bit of a purpley tone. I'm just going to infuse a touch of that in here just to see it. I'll just put it on the lid there. I love when you mix cool and warmer berry colors together. They're such an interesting blend. Alright, let's do a little bit under the eye just to pick up some color. So with my Fix Plus, I'm just going to wet my pencil brush a little bit. Let's just put a little color underneath so that we can infuse a bit of that pretty tone. Okay, I went in with a little bit of that deeper one. It's called Warm Pie because I found that That light was a little too light. So we've got warm pie and cranberry mixed together. That's nice. I don't really want to do a heavy liner today. I'm not in that kind of frame of mind. I think what I want to do is kind of more of a fresh opened eye look. So I think what I'm going to do is just take a flat brush with a little bit of Fix Plus on the end. And this is great, instead of having to put like liner and stuff on, it's just for mature eyes, it's such an easy way to do your eyeliner. Just a little bit of eyeshadow. I'm just dipped into the black that's in the palette. On the edges, I just put it on the edges. So as far as the, I'm just going to curl my lashes while I'm talking. As far as Dominique Cosmetics, I don't think that you're going to be too upset. It's a nice formula. It's not difficult to blend. It's kind of like middle upper, pretty good. You know, not the best eyeshadow you've ever tried, but not lower quality either. It's right in the kind of middle upper. I'm just going to use a bit of my Thrive mascara. I am still loving this the best because I find it's a clean brand and it doesn't irritate my lashes at all. It's super fresh. I've been using the Revitalash lash serum because after I had lash extensions for a little while, and it really botched my lashes up. And they were already bad. They were already small. And so I can say after a month of steady use, they definitely are longer and thicker than they were. I mean, they were just totally sparse and basically stubs. And these are growing out longer than they were previous to the lash extensions. But the great thing about this Thrive mascara, if you don't remember me talking about it before, is that it's a tube mascara. And I mean, there's a lot of mascaras that are good, but I absolutely can't stand coming at the end of the day and taking off my makeup and having all that black to work off. Whereas this just slides right off so easily, and I don't have to pull at my lashes or anything. So where I can, I definitely opt for these. And they give me everything good. They give me full length that I can get from my lashes. And I don't get irritated from them. And I just find them super friendly. Yeah. And if you want to, you can always, you know, bump up your lashes. I can just grab a couple little clumpies here and I'll show you how to do those. So this little pack here is a short medium pack. And so basically taking the mediums for the outskirts, and I just take a little bit of my callus lash glue and grabbed one and put it on because I didn't want my glue to dry, but I'll grab one off of there with my tweezers. Put a little bit of glue on. They're so easy, you guys. Honestly, there's no easier lash than this. This is as easy as it gets. And then just look down. I leave a little space in between each one. Put it on and it is on. Let it dry. And then I'll maybe put a short one beside that. So I get like a little bit of a flare. This is just sort of cute. Nothing dramatic. Nobody will even notice that you have it on, just that you have a bit of a sparkle. These are the short ones, so I do 2 clumps of medium and then 1 clump. But the great thing about these is you really don't feel them on your eyes at all. Alright, let's just get a little bit of blush going. This is kind of a real berryish color. This is Cheek Kiss Merlot Moment from Milani. And I'll just use the same brush, it's no biggie. And paddle that into, because it's a cream, it leaves this really soft dewy effect, which is so nice. I definitely would describe this as if I was not filming and I just was going to get ready for the day. I mean, I don't do my makeup in 10 minutes usually, because I usually am a full face girl. I love my ColourPop lip liner, so I'm gonna pick this combination here. I'm gonna use Love Bug. lip liner and just, I want to have a nice berry color lip. Sometimes these lip liners are great and sometimes they're too creamy and they're hard to get exact. So I will go back over it with a MAC lip liner, which is drier, and just outline it a bit, because it does, creaminess has its benefits, but it also has its downfalls. So it just depends. But I find sometimes mixing eyeliner or lip liners together is really helpful. So I'm going to go in, this is a really pretty berry color from Smashbox. It's a liquid lip, but I'm going to go over that with a lip gloss, I think. I'm going to go back in and fix my line a bit. I think I love that. This is called Role Model from Smashbox. It's just a little liquid lip. And then we're going to follow this up with a Pat McGrath gloss, and it's got kind of a reflective, my arms are full of makeup still, and it is called Pale Fire Nectar, and I want it to have kind of a, ooh, bring it back to life feel. It looks like a multi-chrome. That's pretty, right guys? Well, let me go do something with my hair and get dressed. I'm still in my PJs, and then we will wrap this thing up. So this is it, guys. This is the final look. I just enjoyed this palette very much, the Berries and Cream from Dominique Cosmetics. And that's what's cool about, you know, getting a new palette in and just kind of playing with it. And it inspired this kind of clean, simple, springy look that will, I mean, I'm telling you, the colors will look good on everybody. Every single person looks good in berry. I haven't found a person that doesn't. Yeah, and I just, you know, thought I would zhuzh it up with a scarf and some earrings and puff my hair up. This is my hair, no wig today. And just keep it simple and enjoy the spring long weekend. I hope you guys are having a good one. I'm thinking about doing an Easter look tomorrow, but I'll see how I feel. But anyways, it's been super fun, you guys, and love having you here. Don't forget to sub and like the video, and just an everyday makeup. See you guys. Bye for now.